Here we go. We're back. um, Going into week 7 here. Tom, how we feeling?
Oh, we're feeling terrible. In more ways than one. Me and Asher somehow both got sick this past week, and
hmm
we've been battling that. That's why you're seeing daylight twice this week.
I know.
Wild.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a Saturday morning record because we're way behind on everything right now
Yeah,
because
haven't
we're
had that
dying
yet.
and working, and it's just been fun.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Thursday night we predicted it as always. Tomlin doesn't know how to play football. Doesn't know how to coach football when it comes
that's
to
fair.
in division Thursday night games on the road. He is now 2 of 9 all time in that setting.
On on
Oh no,
Thursday night
the
games.
Steelers are as a team. He's 0-8. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, well, you sent it to me then too. Like
Yeah.
all of the NFC North is just bad
AFC North, AFC North.
on on Thursday night games
Yeah, which
unless they're
I've
playing
never.
each other. That's really the only time that they win those games. Which,
I yeah
looking back
I
on it, yeah, like the Ravens have really
no
struggled on Thursday games too. Like last year, they got Chiefs lose week 1. Um, Remember the Dolphins game from a couple years ago?
yeah
For a few, was that Lamar's first MVP year? I think they got the Dolphins on the Thursday night game and lost like
yeah
17-13 or something like that. Like it was an
okay.
ugly game. Lost that one, but
So yeah, looking at the stats, Thursday night AFC North records. At home, Baltimore's 9-0, Cleveland's 9-1, Pittsburgh's 9-2, Cincinnati's 6-2. Away, Baltimore's 2-6, Cleveland's 1-5, Pittsburgh's 2-9, and Cincy's 1-6.
yeah,
That's insane.
crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I mean, the Yonk battle did not disappoint though in that
No, it
game.
was it was amazing. Both quarterbacks actually looked really good. That was probably Aaron Rodgers' best game as a Steeler, and the defense couldn't adjust to anything.
Minus 2 picks.
Yeah,
The one
Rodgers,
was just an
Rodgers.
insane play.
Well, it actually he dropped it. I saw a replay and it actually hit the ground. It came
Mm,
out and they just didn't call that, which is whatever. Like I get it, it happens.
yeah,
But the other one, yeah, the other one was just bad ball. Why would you ever throw that? And it ended up being the difference maker in the game. You just
mm,
don't put yourself in a position to win, and yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I
and
mean,
then you
I
scored too fast. You scored way too fast when you knew your defense. I wish Pat would have went down instead of scoring, but I get it.
mm,
You're excited. It's not a heads up play like T. Higgins had on the other end 2 minutes later.
yeah,
So
no, no, crazy game. Joe Flacco even running the read option on a broken play.
yeah, it was. I'm so mad. I'm. Yeah, in
Joe
that
Lee
moment, I knew we
is
lost.
still elite.
The second they ran that read option, I said, "Well, they lost this game."
Yeah, yeah, no, it's tough times. But shout out
Uh,
to the guy on Twitter who hit the craziest and
so
stupidest parlay. Did you
the
see that one?
three Steelers
The
tight end
anytime
bet.
touchdown score, yeah, all three tight ends.
That's
It
amazing.
cashes for a couple grand. Just the most ridiculous.
No, it cashed for 18 grand.
Oh, did it? I thought I saw it was like 10 for like 2,500 or something like that, or 2,800.
I thought it was like. I mean, maybe not. Maybe
Regardless, hitting that is hysterical.
stupid bet.
Yeah, but good for him. All right, now let's get into Sunday here. Where do you want to start? Because we're going to be talking about a few of these games here.
Uh,
Um,
Let me take a look. I mean,
let's go
Saints
Eagles
Bears.
Vikings.
Eagles Vikings. Yeah, I was just
Let's
gonna
go
start
Eagles
rambling.
Vikings. Yeah, now Eagles Vikings. Because I think we're actually going to cover most of these games here.
Eagles
Now that
Vikings
I'm looking at
wasn't
it.
an interesting game until last night when it was announced Wentz was going to be the starter over McCarthy, who's still
Mm.
rehabbing his injury. And honestly, I don't hate the Vikings in the spot now.
Yeah, with Carson Wentz, I think they have a better shot. If
They've
JJ
shown
McCarthy
more.
is starting, yeah,
They've
like
shown more
I think a rookie
chemistry
against
as an
Fangio.
offense. I
Yeah,
mean,
and just a guy that's been around, especially in that spot. Like, I don't think JJ McCarthy coming off of injury
yeah,
in what would be his third game against the Vic Fangio defense
yeah,
is the
smart.
right way to go about it. I think Jalen Carter said he's good to go for the game, but I think there were still some questions most of the week on whether or not he was going to be available.
Fair.
But yeah, I mean, interesting game to say the least. Um, Stay away in terms of betting, at least on my end of it, because I
Yeah,
think we're sitting at 1.5 point spread.
yeah.
Eagles saved by 1.5.
So Eagles have lost two straight. They're reeling a little bit. I get it. You're frustrated after that loss to the Giants.
Mm.
Uh, I just don't know how much I love this spot for them to get like a rebound game. Essentially, you're going up against a tougher defense in Minnesota. You're going on the road
Crazy.
into not, yeah, I was gonna say into not a great environment, and Jalen Hurts hasn't really shown a ton of improvement over the last 2 weeks. So I just, and again, you're not really utilizing the run game. Run game's gonna be a struggle in this game
Mm.
against Minnesota, who has one of the better run defenses. Don't really know what to make of this here, but I kind of like Minnesota's position to win this game. If they can get that offense going and keep
Yeah,
it
this could be
going.
an ugly game. Like, I feel like this could be a race to 20.
Yeah, I mean, Philly hasn't scored more than 20 in their last two. So
Mm-hmm.
if you hold
Yeah, it's
them
got one of
to,
the. I mean, total on this is at 43.5.
yeah,
Like, it's not a lot. um, I feel like you kind of have to win this game if you're the Eagles. Like, you can't lose three straight. Then things
no.
are going to get really weird and really
Well,
loud really
not
fast.
only can't you lose three straight, then next week you play the Giants again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to Green Bay, home against Detroit, to Dallas, home against the Bears, to LA, 5 straight weeks.
Yeah,
None of those, I get it, the Cowboys are the Cowboys, but they already almost beat you once and should have beaten you in that game if it wasn't for a lightning delay.
and
And now
Dak
you're
just
going,
always plays well in division.
yeah, and now you're going on the road to Dallas, which I like you
Mm-hmm.
a lot less in that game. So it's going to be a tough showing here in the mid part of the season. So they kind of need this win this week if they want to stay true to their name.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, they need something.
yeah,
You just need to show flashes more than anything.
I just need to see the run game go. I don't want to see
Mm-hmm.
four tush pushes. I want to see
No,
Saquon rush for 4 yards and one carry.
yeah,
Like, just give me
I'd like to
something.
see him break one off.
He hasn't done that.
I know.
He's
That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see him break one off.
it's crazy to think that the man who was the best running back in the NFL by a long shot last year
Almost broke the
ha
scrimmage yard record last year.
hasn't been utilized at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I just I don't know. I don't love what they're doing in that offense, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very, very confused by it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say about them right now.
I mean,
They're very confusing.
he's averaging less than 3.5 yards a carry,
Yeah.
and that I think last year he was averaging like six.
Yeah. And he
This-
was, I mean, every week you were worried about the big one.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. It
Yeah.
was just when was it
I
going to
mean, he
come?
had two of them against the Rams in the playoff game.
And he was the only reason they won that game.
Yeah, for real.
You want to talk about
No.
MVP? Well, different story.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, moving on. We'll touch on this game briefly, just because I think it's going to be kind of just a very hysterical game. Dolphins Browns in Cleveland. Going to
Yeah,
be rainy, going to be windy, going to be awful weather. Point total on this one is set at 35.5. This is going to be the ultimate sicko watch.
yeah. I mean, and it's just two bad offenses. You're probably not going
Yeah.
to see a lot of passing. You're going to see a lot of
Nope.
running. It's what defense do you trust more at that point? It's going to be Cleveland. And even then, I'm like, I don't really like their spot. So
Yeah, it's
it's a weird game, man.
gonna be raining the entire time there. 11 to 22 mile an hour winds, gusts up to 40 is what they're calling for right now.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like a 13-10 game if I had to guess.
If that.
Yeah. Or like 14. No, no, no. Depending on win guests and extra points, you're calling them chip shots, so you're gonna assume those go in. But I've seen weirder shit. And what's
I
the field
mean,
state look like? Could be
I mean,
muddy.
since they moved it back too, they're not as easy as they were. I mean, we see that year over year.
Yeah. So you could be looking at like a weird like 13-6, 13-8 kind of thing.
Does the touchdown get scored in this game?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to see
I
that
I
actually.
I think that might be the only way they truly score points.
I am gonna look at this and just see no touchdown score. It's plus 3,000.
Throw a dollar on it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate that idea.
I've spent a
Just
dollar on
just
worse
cause,
things.
right? That's very true. Yeah, no, I mean that's all I have to say about that game. It's just going to be
Yeah,
ugly and comical more than anything. I don't even know
yeah.
if Red Zone's going to be checking in on that game.
It might just to make sure everybody's okay.
That's true. Yeah, just a wellness check.
Yeah. Ooh.
Um, moving on. Giants Broncos. This is interesting.
So that
I am
there's a lot
very
of
curious about this game. Like I'm staying away from it in all capacities,
so
but I'm just like I want to know what's going on here.
there's been a lot of shit talking on the internet this week, not only between fans but between players as well. Nick
Always fun.
Bonito said some shit, and then
Hmm.
somebody DM'd him and was just like, and then he deleted it, and like a fan DM'd him and was just like, "Hey, we saw that." He's like, "Good, get ready for that belt to ass this weekend,"
Yeah.
and that was it. And so this is going to be a crazy game. Broncos are retiring or are entering Demaryius Thomas into their Ring of Honor, doing a ceremony for it. They are going to have the most um, alumni back for this game ever in the history of the sport. Ever returnees coming in for this game
Hmm.
to be there for DT. It's kind of crazy that that's happening. I think it's like 94% are able to come.
Yeah.
So yeah, or whatever the statistic. I don't know if it's from like the 2013 season or what exactly, but they're
I would
getting a lot
assume
of
most people are going to show up for that just
yeah,
because of that whole
the
situation.
scenario. Yeah, and then yeah, I mean, I like this a lot for Denver. One, you're at home. Two, you're going up against a rookie quarterback. Three, Giants are coming to Denver, which is
Mm.
one of the worst places to go play a football game. Everybody
Yeah,
in
and that place
sports
is going to
knows
be
it.
rocking for the reasons that we just said too.
Yeah. Yes, you got white boy fever in New York, but you're in one cold environment.
Mm. I mean, hey, run game travels.
It does. It does.
My only concern with this on the Broncos side, because everything, like the Broncos should win this game. They should take care of business. It's going to be
Yeah.
a very emotional game. They're going to get up for it, like we just said, with all of that. However, my only concern with them is they're coming all the way back from London to
Sure.
play this game.
Sure.
That's like the only thing that gives me like pause
Pause.
on this. Um, where like if this game does get ugly and it does start kind of slipping away from the Broncos, like I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I am not touching anything involved in this game. I am just very curious about it. I want to see if in a high leverage spot, Broncos can get rolling more than
Yeah,
anything
I mean they need
and
to.
contain some of that white boy fever.
Yeah, fair. Some games we missed briefly here. Saints Bears. I think that's just Chicago handling business at home.
Well,
Um,
I skipped a few of these games for other
oh,
reasons.
all right.
That's
He's
why.
skipping.
Yeah, that's why I was jumping around a little bit there.
Um,
So we'll stick in the 4 o'clock window.
all right, I'll go fuck myself.
Packers Cardinals. We can touch on that one quickly.
Uh, this is an interesting spot. I have some mixed emotions about the Packers so far this season.
Mm,
They're kind of like all over the place in how they look, whether that's on the defensive side of the ball, offensive side of the ball. Everybody knows my opinions on them.
yeah.
Um, but going to Arizona to play this game, Kyler is still hurt. Marv was cleared to play. It's an interesting situation, I feel.
Mm.
I think Arizona has a chance. I don't love it, but I think they could potentially surprise some people in this one.
I think there's potential for it. I just also think the Packers kind of handle business here because that's just kind of what the Cardinals have been the last several years. Is play well one week, don't look great the next. Like
Yeah.
since the year that they made the playoffs, that's just kind of who they've been. Is just a very up and down team, especially with
Yes.
Jonathan Gannon. And they like last week. That's why I was on them because they bottomed out the week prior against the
Yeah.
Titans. I liked them in that spot. They, had a chance to win that game. It was close. They covered. Cool. But I think this is a fallback to, Jacoby Brissett might mitigate some of that, but
Sure.
I just, overall, I think it's still a spot where it doesn't feel like that it's ever that close,
Yeah.
despite what the final score might be.
Which I also get that.
And we're into
It's just
October now, and this is usually when Jordan Love starts cooking.
no, no. It's not Toyota-thon. Let me look it up.
We
I'm
should be
telling
getting
you that
close.
it's November because they do it around Black Friday.
That's true.
Yep. All right. Here it is. Mid-November through early January. So
That's
end of
fair.
the year. End of the year. We'll see Toyota-thon, Jordan Love come on, but it's not yet.
Fair
I
enough.
hate
I
that
don't know. I still
decision.
like the Packers a lot in that spot.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I just, like I said, if they come out and they play their best game of the year, I'd love to see it like prove me. I want to be proved wrong. That's all I ever want to do.
Mm.
But after losing bad to the Browns, tying the Cowboys, and then beating the Bengals at home, it's not a whole lot there for me to see. Your
Yeah,
best win was definitely against Detroit week one, but I want dominance.
that's
That's
fair.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, right now, I just want to see them stack some wins.
for sure.
Just get into a groove.
That's what I want.
Like, my biggest thing, like I said, before the season was Jordan Love not being the wild card, some consistency. Kind of like
Yeah.
Josh Allen once they started rolling was, cut down on some of the turnovers, just play
Smart.
consistent, solid
Play
football.
play smart
Yeah.
football. That's all I want to see. So yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
And then let's get to what's probably going to be the most exciting game of the weekend, or the most entertaining game.
okay.
Commanders Cowboys. Highest point total of the week at
So
54 and a half.
Terry is out again,
Mm-hmm.
and I think there's some other injuries on the wide receivers for the Commanders in this game. Um,
And
this
Jane
is a
Daniels
weird one.
struggles without Terry.
Yeah, this is a weird one. I don't know if I love the Commanders in this spot. Going to Dallas. And the Cowboys are favored in this game as well.
So that's what I was going to say, is that I was on the Cowboys at plus 1.5. This game has flipped.
Yeah.
I don't like the games that flip like that.
Hmm.
Um, even this year we've had several of those. And that's what concerns me about it. So I think I'm going to stay away from this now with
Yeah.
the point total. If it was a lower point total, I'd probably be on the Commanders at +1.5. Um,
I mean, you
just
just
because
you
there's usually smart money in those spots.
yeah.
Like that was the thing with the. I don't know. I don't think we ever addressed this because I was in hell talking about that game. But the Bills Ravens game week one, mm, a lot of the sports books, like I think DraftKings and FanDuel specifically, put out that that was their biggest loss in their history. They lost more money on that game alone, on that game than
Wow.
they have in any game because so many people were betting. Like everybody was on the Ravens at +1.5,
Hmm.
and then the game flipped, and everybody started betting the Bills at +1.5. So everybody that bet the Ravens, like it was a 1 point game, so all of those covered.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
because also on top of that, like public bets, in terms of player props are also all like nobody takes unders for the most part. Everybody's betting overs on everything, and that
Hmm.
was an insane offensive game, and everyone put up numbers. The sports books lost so much money on that game.
That's
So like this
crazy.
is one of those spots. Like the smart side of it now is to take the Commanders +1.5. I just don't have enough conviction to do it because it just makes me nervous. And Dak is so good at covering in division.
Well, not only that, CeeDee Lamb's back. So now you have
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jake Ferguson. Your running game has looked great all season. You have a good offensive line. Sure, your defense is shit, but you've proven that you win games regardless. And I think they're just gonna put up more points than the Commanders are gonna put up, and their defense is just not gonna be able to keep up with that offensive pace. So I don't know why I'm saying this, but I do like the Cowboys in this spot quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I was on it beforehand, flipped. I'm less, less confident in it, but
Sure.
I think that's probably the right side.
Yeah. That's where I'd be looking this weekend.
Again,
And
especially
and
like with the way Dak is playing this year, like
yeah,
I'm not doubting anything with him.
yeah.
He's
And just looking at the
taking his
direction,
game to a new level.
yeah, just looking at the direction the NFC East is going, and I think it's going to be a lot tighter of a battle than I initially
Mm.
thought it would be. Like I didn't love the
Yeah.
Eagles to like completely obliterate everybody, but I still thought they were going to win. Now it's going to be a lot tighter of a division going forward.
Yeah, I mean, everybody looks good in that division. I mean, Cowboys obviously like I
Yeah,
was way out on them.
if the Cowboys had a
Um,
defense, holy shit, that's terrifying.
Imagine if they had a guy like Micah Parsons right now.
Could you believe that? That would be insane if they had somebody like him. Um,
Yeah, no, it's weird. Like
yeah,
obviously I expected some aggression from the Eagles, but like didn't
yeah,
expect it to look like that. I expected the
no,
Cowboys to be worse, but it's Dak's playing insane football. Commanders, I didn't love them going into the year, but like everything looks just tight there. It's going to be a fun race. I think
yeah,
I feel good about picking only one team out of that division because I
yeah.
think that's
Real
all they're going
quick,
to get.
yeah, real quick before we move on, did you see that Trayvon Diggs concussed
Is
himself
out.
this weekend
Yeah,
at his
at home.
house?
Yeah.
That
Uh,
is it's
Nobody's
not
safe from the
amazing.
shower.
It's terrible. Yeah, terrible. I too, Trayvon, have concussed myself at home before. Don't worry,
Mm-hmm.
you're
Yeah,
not alone.
exactly. There's still people too.
Last game here
And
that
then
we're not touching on
yeah,
is Texans Seahawks. Monday night, 10 o'clock game. I mean, this is such an obvious Seahawks position here. It's not
Hmm.
really close. Yeah, Houston definitely has some momentum coming out of the bye, looking a lot better, sharper. However, going to
You're
Seattle,
facing the real Ravens defense now.
yeah, you're going to Seattle playing in one of the toughest environments against one of the
Hmm.
hottest teams in the NFL. Your defense has looked rough to say the least, and your offense is barely getting going now. I just don't see a world in which they truly are competitive in this game. I could be wrong. I mean, I was wrong on the Seahawks going into the season. I'll admit that. They've
I
looked
think the
way better than
defense
I
could keep
thought.
him in the game because, like, I saw the
Sure,
line at like Seahawks only being favored by 3, and I was like, that feels,
low.
yeah, like I feel like this should be closer to like 5.
So I think part of
How?
it is that so you get that well, what did I do last year? Well, this team was like this last year. It's
Mm,
not what do you like this year? I think part of it is still that. They were still a division winner last year. They won 10 games, whatever they did.
mm.
They still looked good. They've looked fine throughout the season. Their offense is getting going, yada yada. But I just think part of that narrative is playing into that line.
I was gonna say I think it's more of that defense and Sam Darnold. As
But
much as
Sam,
I like
yeah,
Sam Darnold, like he can be reckless for sure, or to say the least.
yeah,
So I think that's what the line is telling you is that
hmm
the Texans defense could keep them in this game, and it could be
potentially,
lower scoring because
potentially,
I mean the point total is only at 41,
yeah.
but
I
I,
mean,
I do like the Seahawks in this spot a lot. I,
yeah,
I think they'll get locked in on. I mean JSN Stingley, that's going to be a good matchup, but
yeah.
I think they're still going to find a way to get him the ball,
The first
and if
three
not, they'll just run
weeks,
the ball.
yeah, first 3 weeks of the season, Texans played Rams, Bucks, Jags. They put up 9, 19, 10. So 38 points against three decent defenses. Then they played two bad defenses. They put up 26 and 44. So they put up 70 points in 2 weeks, 38 points in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You're playing a good defense. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that side.
Hard for me to
All right.
ride the Texans there.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into picks. Actually, before we get into picks, quick shout out to Yarmir Yager starting
Is,
his 38th professional
is he
hockey
really still
season.
playing?
Yep, I saw that today. I forgot to.
Well,
I
that
was
that's
going to open
because
with that,
that's
but
because he owns a team in the
yep,
KHL.
he is 53 years old, and yeah, he's yeah. It's all highlight to him warming up before a game. Or a clip of him warming up before a game. Yeah, he's 53 years old, still playing professional hockey because why not?
Hey man, I guess so. If that's what gets you going, hell yeah, dude.
Good for him. Good for him, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into these picks here. Let's start with the London game. We got
Rams
Rams
Jags.
Jags in London. Nice early 9:30 a.m. start. Who you got?
Beautiful. Um, so let me talk here for a minute before I get into who I got. Let's build it
Oh,
up. Uh, so
I think I know what side you're going
Jags,
to be on
yeah,
now.
Jags have played what is this now? Their fifth or sixth season in London in a row. They're
Well,
they're
they
basically
like always get it
yeah.
because they play at what is it, Wembley? Is it Wembley? I don't know because Shad Khan owns Chelsea, so they
Okay,
play there. That's why they
okay.
always and they
Well,
usually
yeah,
for years they were getting the back-to-back games over there.
I was about to just say like they are basically the English team.
Yeah, they're the
Like
resident London team.
they're,
Yeah.
they're there year over year, know the course, know the play, whole nine. Um, and they've looked a lot better this season. Rams are down Puka for this game officially, and we don't know how they're going to look offensively. They were shaky after Puka left last week. With all that being said, I'm still taking the Rams in this game.
Hmm.
I like their spot. They stayed in Baltimore last week to adjust to the time change a little bit better than going all the way back and then back. It didn't make a whole lot of sense. Um, Stafford still has connections with Devontae. He plays well with Tutu Atwell. He plays well with Tyler Higbee. They were getting things going last week. Kyron
Hmm.
Williams looked much more improved. So I think leaning into that on the offensive side of the ball is really going to carry and pay dividends. Jags defense has looked a lot better this season, so I do want to see that battle in this game a little bit. But the Rams defense has also looked very good. And if they can minimize the Jags run game, I think they win. And if they can do that, they win this game. And I expect them to do
So for all the things you opened with there, I am on the Jag side of this one. Um, I just feel like the Rams right now are
that.
so Puka dependent,
Interesting. Okay.
and they didn't look great last week. Didn't love
Yeah.
that for them. It is a lot of travel, going west to East Coast and then East Coast into London there. Don't love that side of it. Um, I also think I sent this to you. I think there's I'm going to jump in on the curse here. The no cleats on the tarp curse. It's the
Yeah.
kind of thing that will take a team down.
Yeah. I mean,
You
there are
know,
curses
picture,
across all
tweeting out a
sports.
picture. Yeah, taking the picture, the team tweeting out the picture of Stafford, just like warming up. He's on the mound with a sign in front of him that clearly says no cleats on tarp while
Yeah.
standing on the tarp on the mound.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
listen,
It's
weird things happen. Weird things happen like that. So
I I get
there's
it.
that. Also appreciate the Rams. The deal in this. I don't know if you saw this, but the deal with them um, practicing in Camden Yards there is grass. Camden Yards is going to get resodded.
Oh, there you go.
They're funding it. So
Oh, there you go. That's
cool.
nice.
Um, but yeah, no, I do like the Jags in this spot. I feel like they're more comfortable playing uh, in London. Uh, no Puka really concerns me for the Rams. I could be
It's
wrong on
fair.
this, but like
It's fair.
I just
Yeah.
that definitely concerns me with them. I
Yeah. I
mean,
mean,
they're force feeding him at this point, and he
yeah.
is so good. It's just I want to see what Devontae looks like without Puka on the field.
I was on both of these teams last week to win their games,
Hmm.
and I was wrong. Um, so hard to really for me to depict which one I like more. I'm gonna
Yeah, that's fair.
just go with the Rams just because I trust them a little bit better. I trust that quarterback.
That's
I
fair.
trust the coach. Yes, I get all the situations. However, the better teams overcome those, and that's where I'm kind of gonna go.
I'll allow it.
Thanks.
um,
All
oh
right, where
wait,
we?
real quick, we didn't even get into the recap from last week. Actually, sorry about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
We just jumped
Go.
right into it. So
Pat
last
yourself on the
week,
back here.
I just update the people here. Um, Last week I was on Chiefs, Bears, Seahawks, Bills. You were on Lions, Bears, Jags, Bills. I
Correct.
came away with 3 wins. You came away with the one. We both lost on the Bills there. Underdog pick. I had Cardinals plus 7.5. I forget what yours was.
Dolphins.
Oh, they covered. So
Yeah.
we both covered. No outright wins, but it gave me an 18-point week, you an 8-point week. I am now up 75-71 going into this one.
This is
Forgot to
the
do that
first
little
time
recap
in
there.
the history of this game for the
That I
last
have had a
year and a
lead.
half that you've had a lead.
This is very true, but I will take it.
And
All right,
and
which
and
game you want to go to next? Oh, sorry, what's that? We
I
talking
was
more
just gonna
shit?
say, and hilariously enough, I don't bet. Well, I've never once placed a sports bet in my life.
Yeah.
And
Loser.
yeah, I'd say the money in my bank account disagrees with you.
That's fair.
All right,
Which game you want to go to next?
let's go, uh, Colts Chargers.
Colts Chargers.
I almost
All
went for
right.
my
I'll
underdog
take.
pick by accident. That would have been
Oh, don't
bad.
do that.
Yeah.
All right. So, Colts Chargers. Joe Wall is trending towards playing.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
It's
Um,
great for him.
I Chargers are at home.
Like
Um,
that.
Chargers looked a little rough this past week.
They did.
I think this is a bounce back spot. I like the Chargers.
So you're going
Specifically, I am on the Chargers side of this one here.
on the
Specifically
Chargers
because of
side.
the Joe Alt side. I think that helps bring a little bit more calm. They were still able to run the ball. I mean, granted, that's the Miami defense, not looking great, but
Hmm.
having Joe Alt back in this game, I think, is very, very big for this Chargers team.
It is. And I am on the Colts side of this.
Fair enough. Look at that, 2 for 2 so far.
I like their position in this game. They have played better over and over every single game this season. There's a world where they're 6-0 right now, and they should be. So, because the game against the Rams in which they lost, that was close. They could have won that game. Um, their run game looks unbelievable. Jonathan Taylor is by far the best looking running back right now in the field next to Bijan. Me
Right.
too. Me too. And
How
I
is that?
think given that dynamic there and the Chargers run defense is not the best. So if they get that run game going and Daniel Jones plays how he's been playing, I like that a lot, especially with the way the Colts defense has played throughout this year. If Joe Alt does play, it doesn't really change things too much for me. I think it's just a
Fair enough.
tighter game. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
just for me this just feels like a Jim Harbaugh game.
fair.
You know
I
what I
mean, I
mean?
think it's going to be a gritty game. I'll give you that.
Yes. And in that sense, that's what makes me like the Chargers. Like I feel like this is going to be like one of those like kind of grimy. It's not going to be what a lot of people think with how,
Sure.
the Colts offenses looked,
Yeah,
the way Justin Herbert has been playing. I think this is going to be kind of a grimy game, and for that reason, that's what makes me like the Chargers a little bit more here.
that's fair. That's super fair.
All right, let's go to Sunday night game, Falcons Niners.
I think this is the one game we are the same on
Hmm?
because Brock Purdy is hurt and out again. Just a lot of injuries on the Niners side of the ball. I get it, you're home. However, you were down Fred Warner, you were down Nick Bosa. That is a lot of injuries, big name players that
Hmm.
are not on that defensive side of the ball that you need to win games. So I like the Falcons a lot in this spot.
I'm with
And
you on that.
it's a Sunday night game, so like the travel really doesn't matter all that much.
Right. No, I am with you on that. I am on the Falcons side of this as well. Specifically, like Brock Purdy, Mac Jones doesn't change anything for me, but no Fred Warner does.
Yeah,
No Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner. Your two best players on defense are out for this game. Fred Warner, like we have not seen this Niners defense without Fred Warner.
yeah,
He has not missed time, and he is like you can see it when they play. He's not just their play caller, their signal caller, whatever you want to call it. He is lining people up. He is kind of the engine behind that defense. Um, I am, and not only that, with how Bijan is playing this year, like you don't have that kind of just field general out there to help stop the run game. I think
no,
Bijan could have a huge game in this game.
yeah, I fully agree. It's gonna be a big adjustment for that Niners defense, and I want to see how they can adjust without having their star players on that defense. Big
Hmm.
test of Robert Saleh here and what he's going to do going forward. I just don't like the spot for them in this game because you're going up against the best run game in the NFL this week.
Hmm.
So it's one of those spots where you're going to get tested immediately, and if you fail, all eyes are on you.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. I just don't like this spot for the Niners at all.
It's just, yeah, it's a bad draw, but it is what it is.
And then last one we got here, Bucks Lions. I want to see
Bucks
where you're
Lions.
at on this one here.
Dude, I still don't know. I mean, we're getting information rolling in about this game right now that helps me, and I was already on leaning this way. Um, but I am going Detroit in this game. They're the home team. Um, but on top of that, Chris Godwin's out, Bucky Irving's out. Mike Evans might play. Emeka Egbuka might play. It's leaning towards Egbuka's probably not. He's a game time decision. So is Mike Evans, but it's more likely Evans goes than Egbuka does. Yes, Baker can do it without his weapons. We know. However, against this Lions team, you're going to need everything you have in order to really keep up. Because if that Lions offense gets going, you don't really have much of a choice. You've seen it
Mm,
firsthand when they came to Baltimore. If you can't keep
thanks.
up with that offense, it's not
Yeah.
pretty. And then if
Yeah,
their
no, I
defense
mean,
shows
everybody's
up,
been through that, I feel like, at this point.
yeah, and when their defense shows up to play, especially when they don't have to worry about covering Evans and Igbuka,
Mm.
it's just a night and day difference. So for those
Yeah, so
reasons,
yeah, I
missing
was
on
gonna
the
say it's
offensive
kind of
side of the
turning
ball,
into a wash on that with Bucks receiver injuries,
yeah, and
Lions
well,
secondary injuries, no Brian Branch.
oh, I forgot about no Brian Branch shit, but
Yeah.
Terrion Arnold should be back this week. You should have a couple other guys on their secondary back. But again, minus Brian Branch, that is a little bit of a loss for sure.
Mm.
That's your number one guy. I still like the Lions in this position though. I still like their front seven. I just think it should be a fun, tough game like it was last year. I just think the
Mm.
Lions get this one. A little bit of revenge for them.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I think this one, I feel it
Okay.
could, Lions could start playing downhill. Um, in the last 2 years, Lions have not lost back-to-back games, and they're winning by an average of almost 13 points a game after coming
Jesus.
off of a loss. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's
they're
crazy.
a bounce back team. They got beat up a little bit last week. I think despite how much noise has been coming out of them this past week,
Hmm.
right or wrong from that Chiefs game, I think, like I said, I think they could kind of win going away on this one.
Yeah,
It's just a really unfortunate spot for Baker and the Bucks more than anything.
it's just bad draw. With
Yeah,
if Bucks were healthier, I think this is a different game. But just the way it looks right now, that's kind of where my head's going.
yeah, and I also think. Oh, hold on, I had it pulled up here. I just gotta come on, cooperate with me, phone. Um, Dan Campbell is also 10-2 in primetime games after a loss.
See, it's just not fun.
It's just a great spot for the Lions more than anything.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with it. All right. What's your underdog game of the week?
I might surprise you a little bit here,
Okay.
but my underdog pick, I am going with the Titans over the Patriots. Titans +7.
So you're banking on the interim head coach theory.
Not just that, this spot specifically.
Okay.
So this is Patriots' third straight game on the road. They
Okay.
have won and covered in the first two. Teams in this exact spot win outright 34% of the time.
Okay.
Um, Adding to that, I do think the interim head coach bump is going to be kind of there for the Titans just because of how comical their losses have been. It's a lot of shooting themselves in the foot, like just bad clock management. It's been more coaching mistakes holding
Yeah,
themselves back
yeah,
rather than. I mean, obviously the team is good. I just like this spot. I don't like. It's not going to change anything about how I feel about the Titans or the Patriots. Um, I just like this is just a spot that I really like the Titans in. I think Vrabel. I don't know. I don't believe that there's going to be like a revenge game for Vrabel in this spot. Um, I think they could have a very conservative game plan in this and just try to get out of Tennessee and get back home,
sure.
kind of thing. So there's just a lot of reasons that I really like this spot. I definitely like a cover. I do think the Titans can win this game outright.
I don't necessarily agree with you. I think they could cover, but
Mm,
I get it playing down to your opponent there a little bit. Steelers love to do that,
right,
so I
young
see
team
it all the
and
time.
that a young team as well.
Yeah.
Three straight road games. You feel really good about the last 2 weeks. Like there's a lot of reasons that I like the Titans in this
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. I mean, that and this NFL season's been wonky. We
Hmm.
see it every single week. So
Yeah,
I'm
and
I'm
when it
with
comes
it.
to spreads and betting and everything like that, you bet the number, you bet the spot. You don't no
Yeah,
emotions.
no emotions. Um, so I'm taking kind of I tend try not to really do this ever. I tend to play pretty conservative when it comes to my underdog picks. A couple times I almost went with the big swing and didn't. I regretted it, and I'm not doing that this week. I'm going big. Raiders Chiefs. I do like the Raiders in this spot. Raiders always play up when they play the Chiefs. Always. They always come out, they always play them tight, and they play them tough. Spread is 11.5, and the Chiefs are coming off a very emotional win with a
Mm,
big ending. Whole nine happened, everybody saw it. So I think they're going to kind of come down a bit. They're riding a high, two straight wins. This is just a bad spot for them. It just makes a lot of sense. Raiders are starting to play a little bit better, and if Geno can actually not throw an interception, that would bode very well for this offense. And I think
mm.
Pete Carroll's going to have him right, going to go into Arrowhead. And I'm not saying they're going to win the game. I think they could because they've done it before, they've done it in the past. And this is a Chiefs team that is not the same Chiefs team we've seen in the past. But you also
That's
get
fair.
Rashee Rice back in this game. That's a bit of a curveball that could be a factor, but also could play no factor at all. I've seen it in a lot of first game back off suspension, kind of like that
Yeah,
ramp
it
up
could
game.
do. He could have a huge game, or they could try to force feed him and just like not be on the same page.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm with you on
really
that.
like the
I
Raiders in
like
this
it. I
one.
like it as a
Yeah,
cover. I like it
I
as a
like
cover.
the
I don't like it
Raiders
as
a
a
lot.
outright.
Well, I was just gonna say I like the Raiders a lot if they get Genty going in this. If they don't get
Mm,
Genty going in this, I'm definitely terrified.
yeah, and if the Chiefs struggle to get pressure again, like I mean, Gino could turn back the clock a little bit, and by
Yeah,
turn back the clock, I mean to
Seattle.
2024, not
Yeah,
anything that he's done this year really.
yeah.
um,
I think this is
no, I
a
don't hate that
interesting
pick.
game. Yeah.
That's a good one. No, fair enough. All right. Let's get into week 7 picks here on my end of it. So last week, 3-2 week, another winning week. Don't hate it. Cardinals plus 7.5 against the Colts. Had a chance to win that game outright, but still cover. Chiefs minus 2.5 against the Lions. Never really in doubt there. And then Bears plus 4.5 against the Commanders. They win outright as well. Losses. Cowboys minus 3 against the Panthers. Just never really had a chance, but it was an ugly game there for the Cowboys. And then Browns plus 5.5 against the Steelers. Jet lag, I guess, on that one. That one was never really close. Bad pick
No,
on my end.
that game was a blowout.
Yeah, that one was rough.
No.
But sitting at 18-12 on the year, still feeling good. Ended up with all underdogs this week. Don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. So, like the two we just talked about there, Titans plus 7 against the Patriots. Love that spot for them. I am with you on the Raiders plus 11.5 against the Chiefs. I would like this more if it was 12. I'm getting a key number at least. So the 11.5 is making me a little bit nervous on that, but I still like it. I like we said, these games are always just weird.
Super fun. Yeah.
Yeah, like I like the spot there. Um, Another game we talked about, Jags plus 3 against the Rams. I think they can win this game outright. Definitely like it at a field goal. This game is going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
Between no Puka, Jags are just kind of trucking along right now. I don't really know what else to say about them. They're just still hanging on.
Yeah.
So I like the Jags in that spot there. Saints plus 4.5 against the Bears. I think this is just a rough spot for the Bears. Bears have not been good off of primetime or off of short rest past couple years. They're 2-9 straight up.
Oh wow!
Coming off of primetime games. They're on short rest. They don't do well with short rest. Young team, off of a big win. Defense has not been great. They're 31st against the run this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kamara could get going. I like the Bears to win this game, but I think the Saints will keep this game close. You're coming off of the Monday night game, big emotional win against the Commanders, late game win, especially after the game last year. And then you play at 11 o'clock or noon on Sunday.
Yeah.
I like the Saints in this spot. And then the last one, talked about it earlier with the Commanders Cowboys game. We got another line flip game. I'm going back to the well, and I hate it, but it's the right play. It's the right side to be on.
It's not.
I'm doing it, and if not now, when is it going to happen this year?
It's not going to happen.
The Jets plus 1.5 against the Panthers.
Panthers
riding high, back-to-back wins, back-to-back close wins. I think they can get got here. This is in New York. I like it.
You might be the you might be the only person that likes it.
It's a grimy pick. It is an ugly pick. It is the right pick. I am on the right side of this. I am on the sharp side of this.
So when I text you tomorrow at 1:35 and the Panthers are up 14-0,
again, this could blow up in my face, but going into this, this is it. You have to have some stones to play these games.
Sure.
Pick these games.
But it's also being smart.
I'm on the right side of this. I feel like, again, if not now, then when? And I'm doing it.
It doesn't have to be.
I'm pulling the trigger on it. It doesn't have to be ever, but
you remember when you said I'm never betting the Jets again?
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, you're like, this is happening.
This is the right spot. I feel.
I mean, it's also the team that I refuse to bet because every time I bet on them, they blow it up in my face. And every time I don't, they win going away. So it's just a team that, for the betterment of me and them, I don't touch.
Again, I don't feel great about doing it. I don't love that I'm doing it.
Such a bad spot.
I feel like I have to because it's the right side to be on.
I'm glad you believe that because I know Jets fans
in terms
believe
of
that.
Probably not, but I'm with them on this one. I it is what it is.
No.
Hopefully a 5-0 week coming in here.
I don't think so.
I don't.
I think there's a couple I agree with you, but oh man, those last two are gross.
They are gross. They are gross plays.
They're so gross.
Again, no emotion. No emotions. Bet the number, bet the spot.
Sure. All right, it's gonna be a fun week 7. I'm happy I don't have to watch my shitty football team this week, anymore. They're already
Same.
lost and over.
We are in a retool setting here.
Yeah, good for
Let's
you.
get
I miss
healthy.
those days.
That's
So
fair.
yeah, I'm excited to kind of see what plays out this weekend. Week 7 tends to be pretty pivotal in
Mm,
which way teams are going and what direction we're looking at. So it doesn't bode well for my team, but I'm excited to
mm.
see how everything else kind of starts to shake out here. We're in the thick of it, man.
Ooh, fun little nugget here, actually. Fun little betting nugget.
All right,
Kareem Hunt has scored in 6 straight Week 7 games.
that's gross.
That's very wild.
That's so
And just
gross.
for the sake of it, I just want to look at it, what his odds are for this week.
Do first time TD score in
He
that game.
is plus 130, plus 750 first time, or first touchdown score. But yeah, 6 straight Week 7 games. Really odd spot.
Back. Yeah, all right.
It's
Well,
like Tyler O'Neill hitting a home run in 7 straight opening day games. It's very
anything's
random.
possible. Anything's possible,
Yeah.
man.
All right,
All
let's
right,
get out of here.
let's